Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. Hi, everybody. This is Flossmas Day 13? 13. I think it's 13. It's funny, one of my viewers is watching my Flossmas from a year ago or 2 years ago. I think it's 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I'd had the same issue of trying to do my numbers with my fingers, and I also did the wrong day right about here. And I also talked about how, it's fun to do Flossmas, but you actually get tired of actually hearing your own voice or putting yourself out there so much. You get sick of yourself. So thank you everybody who has been watching me. I really appreciate it, and commenting. You guys are the best. It's the biggest secret on Flosstube that I have the best viewers, that you guys are the best. So thank you, really, thank you. Okay, we are off today. We're going to go down to Yarmouth, or as my husband would always say, point to your lips, Yarmouth. And so today's top is from a race we did down there. They have an airport, and it was on their runway. That was super fun. It was probably about 3 years ago or so. I think afterwards they stopped doing it. They did it just in town, but it wasn't on the airport anymore. It was so much fun when they did it on the airport. They even had the people that checked you in were airline, like at the ticket booth. Oh, it was just a blast. It was really well done. So we're glad we experienced it once if they've stopped doing it. It's not, I think it's still an active airport, but it's only like small planes there. But anyways, it was pretty cool. Okay, so we're leaving in a while, so I'm doing this early, and I'm going to upload this early. So sorry, Patty, this one's going to get out early, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so first, yesterday's stitching. So it is a goose. I still liked it as a seal, but you can see now it really looks like a goose once you put this color in. So there you go. It's a cute goose. I like it. So that was yesterday's stitch. I told you it was just a little bit, not very much at all. And luckily I noticed on one of the updates I had missed some stitching, some white stitching, so I got that filled in. But there you go. There's our goose. Pretty cute little goose. And as you may have been able to tell yesterday, our power actually came back on long before they first told us. It came on around noon, which was great. So it was almost like a normal day. But it's funny. I always think that when the power company gives you the time estimate of when it's going to come back on, I think they always err on the air with caution, so that then you're very happy when it comes back on early. Yesterday's stitch in my frosty calendar. There you go. Now I can tell what day it is today, because all I have to do is, because I know there's 6 across, and so that's number 13. So I was right, it was 13. There you go. And she said, oh, what a pretty view. I wonder what our friend Frosty's up to. This is a pretty view. Isn't that very pretty? I like it. It was funny because as I was stitching this, I was listening to a book, that like an audible book from the library, and they were talking about, it was about a snowstorm in Saskatchewan, and I was stitching this at the time, and it felt very, very festive. Okay, now let's get to our advents. Sorry, I'm a bit rushed today, but that's the way it goes. So from my husband, I got these, which are oat cookies. They're stem ginger, nairns stem ginger oat cookies, made in Scotland. Ah, Scotland, you say? I can't do Scottish accent, so that just sounded really bad. These are lovely. But in honesty, my husband actually makes the best oat cakes in the world. He is a baker, and his oat cakes are delicious. But these will be saved for the new year, because right now I have to cut back on all the food I'm eating because I am putting on some pounds. But there you go. So Although these are actually, speaking of pounds, these ones are very good because they're only 44 calories per cookie, and they have 0 added sugar, I believe. Do they have 0 added sugar? No, they have added sugar. But anyways, they're actually 40% less sugar and whole grains. So they're actually quite healthy for you. So there's no need to worry about them too much. So thank you, honey. And then we got our standard paint stitches. And we're looking for 13. Oh, it's a tall one. It's a tall one. Interesting. Here's number 13. And it's, oh, I wonder if it's a paper pattern inside a protector. I have a feeling this has got another plastic protector. So we have some more floss wrapping. I'll add to my collection. I'm actually going to show you at the end the little collection I have. I lost one of the days. But it is. So this is one of her stitches that she made. And, oh, and she gave us floss and fabric too. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and it's one of her paintings, I believe, again, too. So, the pattern, I'll show you the picture. Hopefully you can't get it, is a QR code. That's what you stitch. You stitch this. So, it's a monochromatic, and it's just black. And then it looks so big on there. This is the piece of fabric she gave us, and this is actually paper. What do you call that? Perforated paper. And then she also gave us, this is her floss drop. That's one of her paintings, and we got some 310 to stitch it. So that's interesting, because I think then once you stitched it, then you can actually, I think, check out the QR code and see what it is. So kind of a mystery kit. That's what it says. It's called stitch this fun little pattern accurately. This QR code, when scanned with your mobile devices, will link you to something fun, but it must be stitched precisely. Interesting. Huh. Well, if it's as small as that little perforated paper is, then it won't take very long. It looks so big on this, but it's just a very big pattern, which is great. Okay, and then we have 4 boys and an NL girl, and I was silly. I started watching back my old videos, my old Flossmas videos, and it's funny, I had something from 4 boys and an NL girl, and I called her a Newfoundland girl too, which she's not. She's a Newfoundland Labrador girl, NL. So even though I made a mistake a long time ago, I probably made a mistake at the start of this too. Because we do that. We make mistakes. Okay. It is today's floss. Ooh, this is one I often need a lot of. 415. And today's stitch is not a ton. It's just here and there in different spots. But yeah, not a ton. Not a ton. I can manage that. That's good. That's good. Okay. Because we're going to be gone. We'll be gone most of the day. I'll probably be doing my stitching when we get home tonight. Maybe I'll start a bit now. He's just walking our dog, and then we're probably going. It's a timer going. We always have to leave approximately on the half hour because of the ferries. So this morning when I woke up, I realized we weren't going for the ferry that we had to leave in 10 minutes for, because he had just left with the dog. So it's an hour and 10 minutes that I had. So I didn't have to super rush. Okay, today's question is, this is one I made up myself. What is your favorite smell? Food-wise or other? So food-wise, my favorite smell, or there's lots, but one of them is coffee. I love the smell of coffee. The other one is a funny one, is toast. I like the smell of toast. I really, really do. But coffee's probably the number one. Um, and then other favorite smells, I like the smell of roses. And there was once a Lush company had a smell, and it was, I think it was supposed to be violets, but to me it was more like a rose, and it was just this really old-fashioned smell. I just loved it. And yeah, I think that's like the smell of leather. That smells nice. Yeah, I think those are the main things. Do you have a favorite smell? It's funny because I don't think you think about favorite smells, and nobody asks about favorite smells, but we all probably have favorite smells. And it's probably something that when you smell it, it's just like, oh, I love the smell of that. And there's other things like pine trees, you know, the smell of when everyone brings their Christmas in and have that smell. But anyways, what do you have a favorite smell, or does it bring back a certain memory? Tell me below what your favorite smell is. Okay, I shall go now, and I shall see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye.